Hello and welcome to the quarantine live yoga classes. Today it's the 9th class. We had the Orthodox Easter these 4 days. If everybody had fun, I wish it was great fun. So for the newcomers, you don't have to see all the videos in a row. Okay, you may start with this one. If something is too much for you and the alternative asana doesn't cover you, just skip it. Whenever you feel tired, go back to child pose. I will explain that later, if that's the first time that we are doing yoga. Thank you again for your kind donations. I really appreciate it. And I think we'll start. And I have my new camera. It takes all the space in. Slowly we'll build it up. So, come to the usual position. Bring your legs straight. Bring your hands a bit behind your pelvis. Try to push your chest a bit forward and up, but don't squeeze your shoulder blades together. We don't want the shoulder blades to go together. We want the shoulders to be back and down, not back and up. Chest is up. And now inhale, pull your toes up. Exhale, push them down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Try to follow the breath. And inhale, exhale, release. Now, open your feet a bit, and we'll do circles with the toes. Inhale, up and out, exhale, down and in. Inhale, exhale. Try to follow the breath. The breath rules the movement. Iyengar used to say that the mind is the king of the body and the breath is the king of the mind. And to the other direction, inhale out, exhale up and in. Listen to your breath. And release. Now come and sit cross-legged. You can use a brick, you can use a towel or a blanket or even a chair for the next asanas if it's not easy for you to sit cross-legged on the floor. Now bring your hands forward, put the thumbs in, close the other fingers around the thumbs, and let's try to move just the wrist and not the rest of the hand. We don't want the hand to turn around. The wrist is always facing the floor. So inhale out, exhale down and in. Follow the breath, listen to your breath. And to the other direction. Inhale down and out, exhale up and in. Follow the breath. Try to have an even inhalation and even exhalation. And inhale, exhale, hands on your knees. 3 breaths. Inhale from the nose, exhale from the mouth, sorry. Now bring your hands on your shoulders. Inhale, bring your elbows back and up. Exhale, push them forward and in. Connect the elbows as they go down. Inhale, exhale. Follow the breath, listen to the breath. At any time that you realize that you are not listening your breath or not following the breath, try to reconnect. That brings you back to the present. And to the other direction, inhale, exhale. Inhale, connect elbows and up, exhale, back and down. Also try to keep an inner smile. I will do it on the outside. You just keep it on the inside. Follow the breath. And inhale, exhale, hands on your knees. 3 breaths again. Inhale from the nose, exhale from the mouth. Just a small note here. So when we're breathing, we want the full body to participate. Try to bring your attention, don't focus, just your attention on your breath, in order to see, is the upper belly moving? Is the ribs moving? Is the chest moving? So it's 3 parts. Later, at the end of the class, we're going to analyze it. Now, bring your left hand on your right knee. The other hand is behind the back like a cupcake. In order to bend your elbow, this way it will send your shoulder back and down. One hand is pushing, the other is pulling. Try to look to the far right. Also the eyes are participating in the twist. Breathe. Check your breath. Do you take full advantage of it? Now with the next inhalation, inhale, look forward, exhale, release. Now, right hand on your left knee, the other behind your back, and inhale, exhale, twist to the left. Remember that the back hand is as a cupcake. Bend your elbow to push the shoulder down. If you see something like this happening, that the shoulder is close to the ear, that's not correct. Should be away from the ear. Look to the far left, breathe. And inhale, look forward, exhale, release. Now bring your hands behind your head So my fingers are just touching each other. They are not connected, they are not crossed, are touching behind my head. This way I can push the elbows back. Inhale there. In the exhalation, you twist and then you bend forward to bring right elbow to the left knee. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist towards the other direction. And inhale, open. Exhale, twist and bend. Follow the breath. And inhale, exhale, twist, and inhale, exhale, release. Hands on your knees, 3 breaths, inhale from the nose, exhale from the mouth. Now, look to the right, take a deep inhalation there. As you look to the right, inhale there, exhale, try to draw the smile with your nose. Reach the left part, inhale left. Exhale the smile, inhale right. Try to feel your body, see the condition it is today. One more time, inhale right, exhale the smile, inhale left, exhale the smile, and stay to the right. Now we'll do an arrow in the air with our nose inhaling. Reach the left side, exhale left. So inhale, exhale left. Inhale the arrow, exhale right. Follow your breath. If you feel dizzy looking up, try to make it a bit softer. And inhale, exhale right, and release. The last two, if you have things with your neck, pain or anything, you can do it daily. Just for your neck, it's really, really useful. Now, let's go to the table position. Put your hands under your shoulders on the floor. Always make sure that your fingers are well open on the mat, while the index fingers are parallel facing forward. That creates a small rotation to the outside on the hands. Shoulders above, knees under the hips, Shins are parallel backwards. Now inhale, look up and open your spine up. Exhale, bend in and pull your belly in as much as you can. Inhale, open. Exhale, curve your spine. Inhale, open your spine. Exhale, in, pull the belly in. Follow the breath. This shouldn't be a sudden move. We're trying to follow. And inhale, look up. Exhale, go back. Open your knees, sit on your heels, child pose. Stay there and breathe. So, as you are there in child pose and breathe, this is the state to go whenever you feel tired, whenever you feel that that was too much. Stay there, take 3, 5, 8, 10 breaths, and then you can keep up with the practice. Breathe. Now, come back to the table position. With an inhalation, lift the right leg up, straighten back, and look up. Exhale, bring your knee and head in. Inhale, open, leg up, head up. Exhale, in. Follow the breath. Try to synchronize the breath with the movement. And inhale up, exhale, lower it to level, parallel to the floor, and lift the left hand from the floor. Stay there and breathe. Listen to your breath. And inhale, exhale, down. Now the other leg. Inhale, head and left leg up. Try to keep it straight, don't have it bended all the way. Exhale, head and knee in. Inhale, up. Try work with your spine as well in this movement. It's not just the leg and the head moving. And inhale up, exhale, parallel to the floor. Lift the right hand from the floor. Try not to bring your shoulders towards your ears. Breathe, listen to your breath. Also smile. And inhale, exhale down. Go back to child pose, sit on your heels, open your knees a bit. Stretch your hands forward, stay there and breathe. Now, come and lie on your belly on your mat. Bring your hands a bit lower than your shoulders, a bit lower than your chest. Try to keep the elbows close to each other, close to your body. Don't let them open to the sides. Shoulders are back and down. And inhale, push to lift to upward facing dog. Now here, we don't want the shoulders in the ears. We want the chest to be forward and up. We don't break our neck to just look up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push. Exhale, down. Let the breath lift you up. And inhale up, exhale, go back to child pose, sit on your heels, open your knees a bit, stretch your hand, breathe. So the most essential target in our practice is to be connected with the breath at all times. Like feeling the breath, listening the breath, following the breath. The asanas and how strong or flexible or whatever we are, it's something that will come no matter what. Now, back to the table position. Now, turn your toes on the floor. And inhale, exhale, go back to downward facing dog. Stay there and breathe. Try to hug the head towards the floor and look towards your belly button. If this is too much, you can just look at some point between your legs back. Follow the breath. And now inhale, come to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Follow the breath. And now plank, stay there. Now focus on your lower belly. Try for it to be in. Don't hang your pelvis low, don't keep it too high. Try to be in a straight line. And downward facing dog, knees down, child pose. Breathe. Now, back to the table position. Come to downward facing dog. Now, try to keep your hands, as we said, well open on the mat. Don't let them lift, don't create a small gap here, because the hand is tending to go to the side. Try to push the point between the thumb and the index finger. Now bring your left leg to the center and inhale, lift your right leg up. Straight, point, breathe. And inhale, exhale, bring it forward between your hands. You can help it with your hand if necessary. Put your hands on your knees, shoulders back and down. Stay there and breathe. And lift your hands up and lower the shoulders. And inhale, exhale, hands down. Inhale there, exhale, put your right foot back, downward facing dog. Now inhale, lift the left leg up, straight and pointed, breathe. And inhale, exhale, bring your left leg forward between your hands. Support yourself on your knee, stay there and breathe. Try to keep the shoulders back and down, chest forward. Chin goes always a bit back to stretch the neck, the skin at the back of the neck. Breathe, look straight ahead. And inhale, lift your hands and lower the shoulders. Breathe. And inhale, exhale, hands down. Inhale, exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Now put your knees down, sit on your heels, child pose. Now, for the next one, just watch it first and then participate. So, we'll go to downward facing dog. Now inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, the right leg goes under the left. We turn to the side and we lift the left hand up. Inhale up again. Exhale goes back on the floor. Lift the right hand up. So, inhale, right leg up. Exhale under the left, left hand up. Inhale up. Exhale behind, lift the right hand up. And inhale up, exhale under, left hand up. Inhale up, exhale back. And one more. And back to downward facing dog. Let me just make some space. Now inhale, lift the left leg up, straighten point. Exhale under the right and right hand up. Inhale, exhale behind and lift the left hand up. Follow your breath. I hope I'm not the only one doing it. And one more. Inhale, exhale back, and child pose. Stay there, breathe. Now, lie on the belly on your mat. Inhale, push forward and up, upward facing dog. Then turn your toes on the floor and go back to downward facing dog. And now slowly walk up to your hands and with an inhalation, come all the way up. Now, open your feet, hip wide apart. So to avoid the misunderstandings, there are multiple schools on how to align your feet. So some say the inner line should be parallel to each other. Some say the center line, which starts from the center of your ankle towards the second toe, should be parallel. Some say, and I'm with the last group, the outer line of your feet to be parallel to each other. So none of this is wrong. It's a different aspect according to the type of yoga that you have seen. Now, hands on your hips. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, bend forward and hook your big toes with 2 fingers of each hand. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bend in. Elbows go sideways. Try to bring your head towards your knees. If you can, look towards your belly and bring some weight towards your toes. Breathe. With the next inhalation, look up. Exhale, bring your hands under your feet. And inhale, exhale, head towards your knees again. Breathe. Listen to your breath.
With the next inhalation, look up, open your chest. Exhale, bring your hands on your hips and stay there. Inhale, lift all the way up. Bring your feet together and release the hands. Now, open your feet, arms level, feet are under the elbows. They are parallel to each other. And inhale, exhale, right foot is right. And inhale, exhale, bend to the right. Go with a straight leg. Now, somehow my hip is blocked. If you can hook the big toe or your hand on your shin. Left hand towards the ceiling. Look at your left thumb. Breathe. Both legs are strong and active. Pull up the kneecaps, pull up the thighs. Listen to your breath. With the next inhalation, come all the way up and bring your hands parallel to the floor. Right foot in, left foot turns left. Make sure that your heels are in the same line. Inhale, exhale, bend to the left, hook your big toe or your hand on your shin, and right hand towards the ceiling. Look at your right thumb, if possible, otherwise at some specific point. Breathe. With the next inhalation, come all the way up. Left foot in, right foot is right. Heels are in the same line. And inhale, exhale, twist. Bring the right hand behind your back. Left on your leg. Twist your shoulder, your torso to the right. And if you can, lift the right hand towards the ceiling. Otherwise, you can keep it behind your back. Breathe. Focus on the twist of the torso. Listen to the breath. With the next inhalation, come all the way up, arms level, right foot in, left foot turns left. And inhale, exhale, twist with the right hand to the left leg. Twist the torso and then lift the hand. Stay there and breathe. Both legs are straight and strong. Push the back leg on the floor. With the next inhalation, come all the way up and release the asana. Now, open your feet a bit more, feet under the wrists, with the hands parallel to the floor. So, arms level, turn your right foot to the right, and inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee and place your hand on your knee. Or you can put it on the floor if you feel strong enough. Choose your variation, and with the next inhalation, bring the left arm over your head. Look at your left hand, breathe. The back leg is straight and strong, pushing against the floor. With the next inhalation, come all the way up, arms level, right foot in, left foot turns left. And inhale, exhale, bend in place. And right hand over your head pointing forward. Stay there and breathe. Feel the right part of your torso lengthening. Smile. the next inhalation, come all the way up. Left foot in, right foot is right. Heels are still in the same line. Bend the right knee and inhale. Exhale, bring the left elbow outside the right knee. Put your hands together. Put your hands together and open the elbows to the sides. The back foot is firm on the floor. Twist the torso to the right. Breathe. With the next inhalation, come all the way up, arms level. Right foot in, left foot is left. Bend the left knee and inhale. Exhale with the right elbow outside the left knee. Hands together, open the elbows, twist your torso to the left. Back leg is straight and strong. Breathe. With the next inhalation, come all the way up and release. Now, another opening to the sides, even bigger distance between the feet. They go under the hands with the arms level. So feet are parallel to each other. Strong legs. Inhale, arms level. Exhale on your hips. Inhale, look up on your chest. Exhale, bend forward, hands on the floor. And inhale, exhale, bend in. Stay there and breathe. With the next inhalation, push your hands and look up. Exhale, hands on your hips, stay there. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale on your thighs. Inhale, arms level. Exhale on your hips. And inhale, open your chest. Exhale, bend forward, hands remain on the hips. Elbows and shoulders go back and up. Strong legs, breathe. With the next inhalation, come all the way up. Exhale, hands on your thighs. Inhale, arms level. Exhale, cross your fingers behind your back. Cross the fingers. Inhale, look up on your chest. Exhale, bend forward and push your hands forward. Stay there and breathe. With the next inhalation, come all the way up. Exhale, hands on your thighs. Many of you have asked, why do you feel dizzy during the last asana? That's quite common actually, but over the practice, it will just go away. It's nothing to worry about. If it goes away within seconds, all is good. Now, hands on your hips for the last one. And inhale, open your chest. Exhale, bend forward and hook your big toes. And inhale, look up. Exhale, bend in, elbows go up, chin in. You can bend your knees if necessary. You can close the distance between your feet if you need to do so. Keep breathing. With the next inhalation, look up. Exhale, hands on your hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale on your thighs. And step forward and close. Now, the last opening for today. It is a bit more, it's a bit wider than the shoulder wide. Now, from your heels, turn to the right. So the right foot turns totally to the right. The back foot is about 45 degrees. Twist your hips to the right and bring your hands behind your back. Either prayers position, like samastiti but behind the back, there. Or if this is impossible, even this, you can fold your elbows. Align your hips and inhale, open your chest. Exhale, bend towards your right leg. Make sure that your legs are strong. Pull up the kneecaps, pull up the thighs. Don't push back on the knee joints. Breathe. Keep your elbows back and up, don't let them drop. With the next inhalation, come all the way up. Right foot in, left foot turns left. So the right foot is about 45 degrees, more or less, doesn't have to be precise. Turn your hips and inhale, open the chest. Exhale, bend towards the left knee. Stay there and breathe. Now with the next inhalation, come all the way up and release. Stay there, breathe. Bring your left hand on your hip and inhale, bend and hold your right knee. Left leg is straight and strong. And inhale, exhale, open to the right side, look to the left. Keep your shoulders back and down, breathe, stay with your breath. And bring your leg in front of you, straight and point, hands on your hips. Breathe. And inhale a bit higher, exhale down. The other leg, right hand on your right hip. Inhale, bend and hold the left knee. Shoulders back and down, the right leg is strong. Pull up the kneecap and the thigh of the right leg. Look straight ahead, breathe. And inhale, exhale, open to the left. Look to the right. And bring your leg in front of you, straight and point, hands on your hips, breathe. And inhale a bit higher, exhale down. Now, bring your feet together. This asana is called Tadasana or Samastitihi. So big toes are touching. Spread the rest of the toes on the floor. Pull up the kneecaps and the thighs. Make the legs strong without pushing back on the knee joint. Now I'm overextending my knees to make a point. So here, I want to stabilize them just with the muscles. Co-kicks a bit towards the floor. And roll your shoulders once, up, back, and down. Bend your knees and try to keep the weight towards your heels. It's not on the toes, it's on the heels. Hands together and lift your hands up. It doesn't have to be necessarily towards the ceiling, it can be there. Breathe and look at your thumbs. And now as you are there, bring your hands to the right side, elbow outside the right knee, keep your elbows up, and twist to the right, breathe. And inhale, exhale to the other side. Right elbow outside the left knee, elbows are wide open, twist your torso. And release. Now, sit down on your mat. Keep your legs straight. Bring your hands now next to your pelvis. You're trying to push the chest forward. The chin goes a bit back in. We're trying to create a right angle with our body. We don't want to lift the shoulders. Shoulders should be back and down. We may have to bend the elbows a bit. Stay there and breathe. Flex your feet. Look at your big toes. And inhale, exhale, bend forward. You may have to bend your knees to hook your big toes with two fingers of each hand. You can have them straight and head towards your knees. Stay there and breathe. And inhale, look up. Exhale, hold your bending. and head towards your knees again. Keep breathing. Listen, stay with your breath. With the next inhalation, look up, open your chest. Exhale, release. Now, bring your hands about 30 centimeters behind your back. Two variations. The easy one would be to bend your knees and lift the pelvis up, or you can have them straight and point your toes. So, no matter what you do, inhale, lift your pelvis up, look up, but support your head. Don't let it drop back. Try to lift the chest forward and up. Breathe. And inhale a bit higher. Exhale down. Now, bend your right leg and hold with both hands under the foot. So, inhale there, exhale, pull and place in lotus. Try to move the leg inwards, only exhaling. The inhalation creates the space, and the exhalation we can become a bit smaller. So if I wanted to go a bit higher, inhale there, exhale a bit higher. And inhale, exhale, bend towards the left leg. You can hold your leg, you can hold your foot, you can put your head on your knee. Stay there and breathe. With the next inhalation, look up, straight hands, and exhale, release your leg. Now, release the right. We'll do the same to the other side. Inhale, bend and hold it. I'm not pulling my foot yet. Okay, it's up to the point that it comes on its own. Inhale, exhale, pull and place in lotus. If I want a bit higher, inhale there, no movement. Exhale, can go a bit higher. If you feel any pain in the knee, you just move your foot a bit forward. And inhale, exhale, bend and hold leg or foot. Head towards your right knee. Stay there and breathe. With the next inhalation, look up, exhale, release, and release your leg. Now, bend the right towards your right hip, so it's one loose hand distance apart. Flex your left foot, hug your leg with the left hand. Try to open your chest in the inhalation, and the exhalation you twist to the right. Look at my back at the right hand, which is as a cupcake on the floor, to bend the elbow. Look to the far right. Stay there and breathe. And inhale, look forward, exhale, release. Release the right leg, bend the left. So one loose hand distance apart between the leg and the foot. Hug your right knee with the right hand. The back hand as a cupcake. Watch the elbow which is bended. It doesn't lift the shoulder up. Flex your right foot. Breathe. Look to the far left. With the next inhalation, look forward, exhale, release. Now, the all-time favorite Navasana. Lift your feet, hands straight, parallel to the floor. You can have them straight, you can have them bended, you can hold under the knees. Breathe. Look at your big toes. And inhale, exhale, crossed leg. Put your hands a bit in front of your pelvis in order to lift the weight of the pelvis with the belly and not with the legs. So the legs are not pushing, they're trying to be lifted as well. Inhale there, exhale, sit, and inhale up. Smile. And inhale, exhale, cross leg, inhale, lift, exhale, sit, and inhale up. Straight hands, shoulders back and down, breathe. And inhale, exhale, cross leg, inhale, lift the pelvis, exhale, sit, and inhale up. Inhale, exhale, cross leg, inhale, lift, exhale, sit, and inhale up. Smile, it will make it easier. It's really important for the practice to smile. And cross-legged. Now keep breathing as you roll over the feet. Put your hands on the floor. Bring your feet back and exhale, knees, chin to the floor. Inhale, push forward and up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One full breath there. And inhale, step up and sit down again. Now the other twisting. Bend both your knees, bring the left under the right, and the right just over the left. Hug the right knee with the left hand and twist to the right. So the back hand is as a cupcake again. Bend your elbow to look to the far right. Stay there and breathe. Listen to your breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release.
Now right leg under the left and left over the right. It's just over it, okay? It's not too back, it's just over the knee. Hug it with the right hand, the other hand as a cupcake behind the back, bend the elbow and look to the left. Stay there and breathe. Try not to push too much in any of the asanas. Try to feel what's happening. Every day is different. As you can see, most of the asanas we do it almost every time, but it doesn't feel the same every time. Now release, lie down on your back, and bend your knees for the knees to come towards the hips. You can have your hand on the floor. If you want to do the full bridge, you can bring your hands next to your ears. And when you're ready, inhale, push your pelvis up. You may hand your hands on the floor or cross the fingers. Try to feel that the opening is on the chest and you don't, let's say, break your back. Stay there and breathe. And inhale, exhale, lower your pelvis on the floor. Keep breathing. And inhale, push your pelvis up, cross your fingers or have them on the floor. This is up to you. Breathe. And inhale, exhale down. And inhale, push your pelvis up. And inhale, exhale down. Now bend your knees on your belly, hug them with the hands and swing left and right, massaging your kidneys. Sending out a thank you. Okay, it's over again. Now, as you're there, keep the right leg bended, make the left straight, and throw the right knee over the left. Open your hands to the floor. If you feel that you want to push it a bit more, but be careful with that, you can push your knee towards the floor. Look to the right, breathe. Don't push too much, let the gravity do the job. Just try to relax it with the breath. Breathe and try to feel it getting softer and longer. And release. Now, bend the left leg, straighten the right,
Left knee over the right, hands on the floor, look to the left. You can push with your hand if you want. Breathe. Now you try to keep your shoulders on the floor. The pelvis is tilted. And release. Now, come to the sitting position. Sit cross-legged. Keep your hands on your knees. Try to keep the spine straight, so we look low with the eyes, but we don't bring the head in, okay? So the face is straight, look low, hands on your knees. And now let's do again the 3 levels of the breath. So, the first part should be the diaphragm. We have all heard about the diaphragmatic breathing. So, that means to take the breath and push low the diaphragm so that the belly pumps up. And it's not short breath in the chest, like this is the fighting breath. It's not a calming breath. So, bring your fingers together on your diaphragm. If the ribs are there, okay, it's a bit lower than the chest, at the center. Now, with an inhalation, you are trying to push your hands forward without moving chest or ribs. You just want this part to be moving. Maybe this way it's more visible. Usually it's the most difficult one to isolate in this whole thing. If you have it in mind, practice after practice after practice, it will start moving if it doesn't already. The next part would be to put your hands on your ribs. Now you're trying to push your hands to the side, like expand your ribs to the side, without moving the chest or the belly. So to isolate the ribs. Usually this is easier. And the last part is to put your hand on your chest and you're trying to push it up without using ribs or belly, just to bring it here. So, one full breath, expanding all the aspects of our torso, would be starting with the diaphragm, continuing with the ribs, and finishing with the chest. And that's all just one inhalation. The same steps, diaphragm, ribs, and chest, goes away, exhalation. So I will demonstrate it a bit. So diaphragm, ribs, chest,
And they go the same way, diaphragm, ribs, and chest. Now breathe freely, put your hands behind your back, and inhale, exhale, bend forward, head towards the floor. If you can touch the floor, go for it, but don't let your pelvis lift from the floor. Stay there and breathe. Listen to your breath. And inhale, come up, bring your hands behind your pelvis. Now the quite open fingers and a bit towards the outside, but not too much. Push the chest up and look up. Breathe. And hands on your knees. Listen to your breath. Whenever your mind goes away, bring your attention to your breath. Now try not to control your breath, just breathe. Eyes are open, looking down. So now, slowly lie down for Savasana. Close your eyes, relax. Stay there for at least 10 minutes, as we say every time. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your donations. And if you like this video, please like and share. Have a pleasant evening.